In this video, we will solve a problem called summary ranges. So here the problem says that you are given a list of unique integers in increasing order, and these are unique, so there will be no duplicates, and these are sorted. And you may have numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are in sequence, one after other. And then there may be a gap, like in place of 5, here it's 7. Then again a sequence, series, continuous, then again a jump, and so on. So you have to merge these numbers into 1 to 4. This is 7 to 9, and this is, let's say, just 12. So third one is just 12. So interval will have either two values, like this one, start and end of interval, or it can be just alone, or let's say it was 12 and then again it was 14. So 12 is not in any other range. So this is 7 to 9. We cannot write 7 to 12 because all the numbers here are not present. So 12 will appear separately. It cannot be 12 to 13 or 12 to 12. So if it's same, you don't write it, you just write 12. And next interval will be just 14. And if it's empty, return empty. If it's one number, return just one number. So input is vector or list of integers, unique integers. Output is again a list or a vector of intervals, where we can have either two distinct values, open and close of intervals, or just single value. And all the elements of this interval should be present here. That's why we are having breaks in the interval. Otherwise we would have taken the minimum and maximum and we would have written one interval, but that is not the case. So how we can solve it? Let's continue with this example. 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. So we have to start from beginning, and we see that let's store it in a variable. Let's call it a. So a is 0. We check what is the next value. Is it one more than current value? Yes. So this will be part of the interval, same interval. So we come here. Again check what is the next value. It's 2, that is one more than current. So we are okay. This is the beginning of interval. We have not yet found the end of the interval. So we come here. We check the next value. Is it 3? No. So it will be more than 3. So now we know that we have reached the end of interval. So start we had already cast in this variable a, and this is the end of interval. So we insert 0, 2 into the result. And also whether to insert 0, 2 or just 0, that is current value, will depend on whether this a is same as current value or not. So let's say it was 2, 4, 5, 7. Then a would have been 2. And we would have compared next value. Is it 3? No. So we have reached the end of interval. But here the current value is same as a. So we would have just inserted this a. But if a is not same as current value, we insert a. This is a, followed by this arrow, followed by, let's call it nums I. So this is the case when nums I is not same as a. If nums I is same as a, then we would just insert a, not this letter a, but the value of a in the string form. So this is one case where the interval ends and next interval begins. So next we will initialize a to 4 and repeat the same logic. But there is one more thing where we will reach the end of interval, and that case is at the last element. So irrespective of whether the next element is one more than, there is no next element, so that's not valid here. So whenever we reach the end, we know that we have to insert it either as the second element of the interval or just alone, like we saw here. So there are two cases where we reach the end of interval. One is when next value is more than current plus 1, and the second scenario is that current is end, that is we have reached the end of list. For example, let's say we have 1 2 3 4, just this one. So a is 1, next value 1 more than this, so we are okay, we come here. Next value 1 more than this, so we come here. Next value 1 more than this, so we come here. And now we have reached the end of the list. So it did not violate that condition, that is there is no jump by more than 1, but still we have reached the end of the interval because we have reached the end of the list. So we insert it. So these are the two cases. So let's write the code for this in all the three languages. So you can go through it. I had taken the same example and we have covered the base cases. If n is 0, return the result, that is the empty result, else initialize a. So if I equal to n minus 1, that is last, we have reached the end of the list, then this is the end of the interval. This interval ends here. Or the second case was that nums I is not equal to nums I plus 1. So if it's last, I is equal to last index, then it will return from this. If will return true from this condition itself. It will not evaluate this part. If it goes to second part after or, that means that I was not equal to n minus 1. So this I plus 1 is valid. If you write this before, your program may crash. So it's important to write this condition first, or you can separate them into two different blocks. So these are the two cases where we reach the end of interval. And we had seen when to insert one element or two elements of the interval. If nums I not equal to a, then insert the complete thing. Else just insert a. And we need to update the a. So this interval ends here. So next value of a will be the next element. But again, if I was equal to last element, there is no next value. So just add that check. I not equal to n minus 1. Then update a. And finally return the result. And the answer matches, or it does not match. So we have made some mistake here. It's fine here. Nums I plus 1. So this This has to be +1. And now it matches the expected answer. So we will go ahead and submit. And the solution is accepted. And let's see, it takes 0 millisecond, that is, it's linear. And in fact, most people will get in this range, because you can see that nums.length is very small. So it should not take more time. So what is the time complexity here? We are iterating through this list once. So it's O of n. So let me write it here. So time is O of n space O of 1. We are using a few variables. A. Now let's write this in Java and Python. And the Java solution is also accepted. Finally, we will do it in Python 3. And the Python solution is also accepted.